There you go. So you know it's me.
Yeah, there is you. It's you, brother. What the hell? You were playing with him.
I was listen. This is the thing. This is the thing. But Jake doesn't know. But as that spawn session is going on, Jake don't know. He don't know that I'm in there using one hand and I'm in there taking it easy on him. That I'm in there really. He thinks that I'm really in there going 100% my full potential. So I'm trying to get him to settle down and realize like, yo, like chill. Like I really came to give you some work. This not, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot tougher than this. And mind you, this is not me and Jake's first time working. It's not our first time meeting each other. It's
Oh,
not
wait
our
a
first
minute.
time
That
sparring.
wasn't y'all first time?
No. No. The first time was much worse than that. I toyed with him much worse than that. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Come on,
No.
bro. And
No,
this
I can't
kid, and this kid over here jumping on top of the turnbuckles, calling me a bitch, doing all this other old extra shit. Like, bruh, ain't nobody call you out your name. Ain't nobody disrespect you. Don't. That's not what you do in boxing. It's not what you do here in this sport that pretty much been my whole life. So that was the reasoning behind that eruption. It was
Well,
his.
well, well, well. Here's the thing. This is what I need everybody to get educated on. I don't know if people realize what sparring is and how easy it was to identify what you were doing there. You were pressing him with just your feet. You were doing some upper body movement, make him miss at times. You were working on his mental endurance, his mental stamina.
But see, Jake's people, they a bunch of yes men that's around him. So they're not gonna let him know that. They're not gonna let him know none of that. They're gonna dress it up like he's really getting the better of a seasoned guy. A guy so that's why he acts the way he does. But now since he didn't, this is probably one of the biggest fumbles of his own career. Him releasing this footage after he publicly went public and said that he beat my ass. Like, come on, bro. Don't, like you said it earlier, Rockman don't like people lying on him. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what it was. I don't like people don't lie on my fucking name. I was in there taking it easy on you. Don't try to portray it like as if I was in there really giving it 100% or even 30-40%.
Now here's my you definitely okay, how about this? Let everybody know this. When you're not giving your 100%, you're giving 30-40%, you're gonna miss because if you throw a punch fast, power comes with speed. So you can see the telegraph punch. So you're punching, not only are you not trying to hurt him, that means you're punching slower.
So he can get out the way, so he can see it and get out the way. The punch
100%.
The punch is designed to throw for you to see it and get out the way. It's like I'm working. I've worked with people my entire career, my entire life. I've been working with people. I work with heavyweights. I work all the way down to light heavyweights, all the way champions of the world, damn near every division. I know how to work when I'm in the boxing room. But man, I appreciate you letting me up. Appreciate you letting me speak.
Well. I want one more thing though, brother.
Go ahead. What's up?
You got down to 206. I want this. If anybody in the war room want to take anything from this conversation with Rahman Jr., you got down to 206, 205, right?
I got down to 206. If the commission, and I did it at the design time where we would have had to weigh in, but I actually would have had about another hour because other fights would have been weighing in. It wouldn't have just been me.
Exactly.
So I would have had another hour, and if I still wouldn't have made it, they would have gave me another hour or two to get the pound and
exactly, just like Tank Davis and anybody. Better BAF anybody. But school me on this, bro. Now, Maurice Hooker just came in 3 pounds overweight against Blair Cobb. If he came in that much heavier against Blair Cobb for their fight, he wasn't on pace to making the weight a week ago. How do you cancel a fight? I understand. But in boxing, if Jake Paul's saying that he's a real boxer now, we just saw this past weekend, Maurice Hooker come in 3 pounds overweight the night before the fight still happened. He ain't on pace of making that weight a week ago for sure.
And I don't think Maurice Hooker had a rehydration for the next day. I don't think he even had a rehydration limit.
He didn't.
Oh, okay.
So it's a full one-sided deal. So you've never seen that before. How are people accepting this at all with you and Jake Paul?
I mean, look, it wasn't nothing for me to accept. It's just what he puts out there in the media, and I understand you're a YouTuber and y'all all the same community and all that. But this was a real fight, and I really think that just I just really felt robbed of the opportunity, man. And it was pulled prematurely by Jake Paul and his team, and he want to blame his manager, he want to blame whoever, but I thought he was the boss. I thought Jake Paul was I thought he was in charge of everything. I thought he didn't have nobody he had to answer to.
It should be bottom line, at the end of the day. But I just want to say, Rahman, that in this community, for the most part, it was our stance that you would have seriously hurt Jake Paul. He should never try to fight the likes of you, or he should fight KSI or something like that. It's our stance that you would have seriously.
All right, cool. I'm glad y'all took that stance, and I think it might have been because he tweeted that. Is it because of the sparring?
It's just common sense. If there's anybody of your amateur background, of your pro background, you got to stop your last fight, but it was against a guy 20-something and 0. It was Tommy the Duke Morrison's son.
Hold on, right? Not only 20 and 0, but 18 knockouts,
18 KOs. So somebody with that background going against a guy who has a cumulative boxing record of 0-1 with 4 guys he fought, none of them were boxers. If anybody used common sense, they'd know that the fighter would beat that guy. So that was our stance.
Not only 0-1, but the only people he fought have only fought against him.
Right.
There's none of his opponents have a round of boxing against anyone else.
Right.
Besides Jake Paul.
It was our stance that it was a health issue for Jake Paul. He would have been hurt very badly if he fought you. So I just want to say that. And thanks for jumping on, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you guys.
All right. Much love. Well, dude, at least we understand, right? Because I was taken aback to why he got so angry. But man, I had to look at myself, all right, on a few occasions. And I think every time I blew my lid was when I was called a biatch. If we're already kind of competing or whatever, and then you start calling me the B word, I may want to rip your head off, bro. All right. So there you go. That was when it kind of sunk in. Something like you call a man that, it's kind of like there's certain words you don't say. The N word to black men, that to men, the C word to women. There's just stuff, the F word to the gay community. There's just stuff you don't say that are trigger words.